Hi everyone, my name is Pelumi and I'm with Afriex. As you all know, Niger Market Day Tour is around the corner, starting from the 31st of May at Brampton. And just like last year, Afriex has partnered with Niger Market Day to make things even more exciting. So, if your city is among the cities Niger Market Day will take place, you need to listen to this. Afriex is giving every single attendee a $30 voucher to shop at the event. And all you need to do is download the Afriex app and use NMD as your referral code while registering. Do your KYC and perform your first transaction. Then you will receive an email containing your $30 voucher, which you can redeem on the day of the event with any vendor selling anything. Now, if you are a vendor registered to sell on that day, make sure you also download the Afriex app and register using the referral code NMD as well. Because at the end of the day, the representatives of Afriex will collect the paper vouchers from you and deposit the value into your Afriex wallet. And guess what? You can withdraw into your Canadian bank account instantly. No delays, no wahala, just fast payments. So, whether you're coming to buy, to sell, or just vibe, don't miss out on this. Niger Market Day is happening in Brampton, Ontario on the 31st of May, in Edmonton on June 21st, in Calgary, June 28th, Winnipeg, July 5th, Brandon, July 19th, Hamilton, July 26th, and Regina, August 2nd. Now, vendors, get ready. The customers are coming and they've got $30 in their pocket with your name on it. Remember, Afriex has the best rates and it's as fast like the speed of light. See you there.
Hello friends, welcome to Choco Millionaire. Today we are sharing an inspiring story with you. On Inspiring Stories today on Choco Millionaire, I will be interviewing a gentleman that I call Sir Canada. His name is Sir Kas, and Sir Kas is from Ghana. He's currently in the US. He has an interesting story. In fact, his story will move you. A few days after he got his visa and his friends got to know about it, he was poisoned. He stayed in the hospital for a couple of days and eventually made it to the US. Let's watch the story of Sir Kas.
So I've come to Villa. This is my village. Today is 4th January 2024, and God willing, a year by this time, I will be in the States. I will not be in this village. It's a prophecy. Tap into it. A year by this time, I will not be in this village. I will be in the States, either US or I will be in Canada. Inshallah, God's grace will do it. So I'm here. I've come to my village. I'm coming to greet some family people and other people. Came with my dad, my brothers, came with Jake, came with Ernest, came with Yuli. It's a nice village, Charlie. It's a story. We're on our way to make history. Yes. Within the next hour, I'm going to update you what the Lord has done. It's a big victory. I'm going with my colleagues. They are behind me. Listen. This is Be My Soul in Benin. We are here to get our visa and go to US. It is possible. Four of us. Do that last round. Last day in Umofia. Hey. Oh, what's the name of that person? Niger Gezi. Niger Gezi will say Umofia, land of wonders. I'm a Bachelor Republic. Trying to do our last. I'm working in German. I'm the band so far. When I say Christ, one of them so far today. Man so coffee. Oh, sorry, guy. That's it. No sound water. Any other scholarship. Abebobra, Edi Abwa Amagano. This is the doing of the Lord. I never expected that someone from a poor home like me will also ever get a scholarship to go and study in US. Yamishra Maufo, Yamishra Bibia Obuame to get this scholarship to go and study. Yeah.
All right, so that is the story of Sir Kas. Sir Kas, thank you so much and welcome to Choco Millionaire.
Thank you so much, Choco. That was very emotional, like watching myself back.
Yes. Thank you for sharing those moments with us. Okay, beautiful memories there. Sir Kas, for those who don't know you, tell us a bit about yourself. Where are you originally from?
Thank you, Choco. So, originally, I am from Volta region, that is South Tongue, around Sogakope, Adidome area. That is where I'm from. But my parents actually gave birth to me around Obom. There is a village around the Obom area called Balagono. So that is where my parents settled, gave birth to 9 of us. That is where we lived for a very long time before we came to another town around Bodjasi thereabout. Yeah. So all my life, one place I know is Obom.
Obom, okay. Sir Kas, if you can just drop your camera, take your camera up a little bit. It's kind of chopping off your head a bit.
Sorry.
Okay, so let it go up a little bit so that you can be in view. The head space. I want a little bit space about there.
Is it okay now?
Much better. Much better. So you're original from the Volta region.
Yes.
But then your parents settled in Obom, in the Kwawe area, correct?
Yes.
Good. And then you are 9. So you have 8 siblings.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And where are you at the moment?
Currently, I'm in Illinois, USA.
Charlie, what did you do for there? How your whole thing start? I beg. Give us a story.
Thank you so much, Choco. So my journey to study abroad started way back in 2022, either 2022 or 2021. By then, I was in my 3rd year at the university, going to my 4th year. So I have some friends on Facebook, Big G, Big Godwin Mate, Pope, Laye, and then Jay Kwashi, who is also in Canada, I think Calgary also.
Yes.
Yeah. So I follow Big Godwin a lot. So Big Godwin shared a post, and he said, if you are in 2022 and you are not following Choco Millionaire, you are not following Jay Kwashi, then you are lost in this world. So quickly, I click on, and he shared your links. So I click on the link that he shared, and then it brought me to your page. So I started watching some of the videos, and I realized that you were into study abroad content. And one thing I must appreciate is your videos were lengthy, and it helped me because I wanted a detailed explanation of all the things that you were saying. So I took time and I watched most of the videos. And there's this particular video that I watched, and I went to YouTube. Immediately, the link was shared. What Big G shared was actually on Facebook. So I went behind Facebook to actually search for you on YouTube. So I found a lot of videos over there. And there was this particular video you did, I think at dawn. But then your daughter, Joanna, was very young. So the video was actually about Memorial University of Newfoundland. And in that video, you were demonstrating how to apply for a school and how to apply for scholarship. And in that video, you used political science course for the experiment. So I took time, I watched the video back to back to back, and I was like, wow, okay, this is something that I'm interested in. So I started following your channel. Then I had to subscribe to your subscribers page, get more information. So like back to back. And one thing about your videos, when you get addicted, you can't stop watching. especially if you have plans for yourself, if you are not comfortable with your present condition and you want to make progress for yourself, when you watch one video from Choco, you get so addicted and then you like to watch more. So those times, you'll be driving and then you'll be making videos. And I found those videos very powerful because I felt that those ideas were coming out naturally. It's not something that you had written them. So anytime you were driving, I love those videos. And then you'll be telling us about education abroad, how to go about it, how to do it. So I became so much addicted to your videos and I said, oh, so is it possible that somebody can get good grades and then use those grades to apply for schools and get scholarship? Initially, I didn't believe it. But when I was watching the videos and people were sharing their testimonies, then I was like, okay. So I was actually moving from level 300 to 400 at the university. I went to university very late in life. I spent 10 years in the house before going to the university. So I went to the university when I was very old. So I decided to take my studies serious. I said, okay, I need to make a very good GPA for myself so that what Choko is saying, I can also do it. So that is how my journey to study abroad actually started. And then through your video, I changed direction to add America to it. But initially, the plan was to go to Canada. So those friends who knew me, especially those who were in the university with me, they started calling me Sir Canada. Because anytime we spoke, I was like, Charlie, have you heard about Choco Millionaire? He's talking about some Canada move. Have you heard about Choco Millionaire? So they started calling me Sir Canada. So that is how my journey actually started.
Sir Canada, who is now in Illinois in the United States. Wow. We'll find out how you ended up there in a bit. So you started watching my videos in your third year at the university, doing your first degree.
Yes.
Okay, and you said my videos where you first heard about me from a gentleman called Big Godwin Mate in Ghana, correct?
Yes.
You started watching the videos and stuff like you were in your third year. You stayed home for 10 years before going to the university. Was that your choice? What was the reason for that?
That wasn't my choice. I wish I would have started earlier, but situations, as I mentioned, I come from a very poor background, and I would say the three of us, I have two sisters before me. All of them, like, they had to sacrifice because after high school, you couldn't continue. That was the ultimate that you could achieve for yourself. So when you finish high school, either you go and find something to do or maybe you get married or something. So my two sisters who were ahead of me, when they finished high school, one was fortunate to enter the prison service. She's now an officer. So, okay. But even I think it took her about 10 years before she was able to, because you have to be doing these menial jobs here and there, all those kind of things. And particularly for me, when it got to my 10, when I was in, so let me start from this point. When I went to high school, that was in 2006. And one thing that even made me to love your video is, you said that you come from Okurase, around Adesu area.
Yes, Mipom, close to Okurase.
I know that place. I know that place. I actually had a classmate from Adesu Senior High, whose father lived in Okurase. So Okurase, Mipom, Inkwedu, all those areas.
Yeah.
We used to go there. So I easily strike a connection with you. I was like, okay, this is somebody who is also coming from my background.
Mm-hmm.
I watched your story about the fish farming that you were doing and all those kind of things. So I was able to strike a connection with you.
Okay.
So when I went to senior high, my first term, which was in September 2006.
Okay.
I fell sick. So I dropped out of the school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard it. They call it, what is it? Is it Tukpe or whatever?
Tukpe, yeah. That's a spiritual one, eh? That's
yes.
So
I suffered it.
You suffered if you are watching this and you are from Ghana, especially an Ewa, you can write that in the comment section what Tukpe means. So he suffered Tukpe, which was basically a spiritual attack, correct?
Yes.
On your life. So because of that, what, you dropped out of school?
Yes. So I dropped out of the school because I needed to get treated. So we did that one. So my first semester or my first term, I couldn't write the exam. So I got treated, and then I came back the second term.
Okay.
Which was, I think, January 2007, thereabout. When I came, there was another attack. But this time around, I went insane, like crazy. I was acting abnormal.
Wow.
So
like you had mental health issues, right?
Mental health issues. Like I couldn't process anything. I was acting abnormal. So I was withdrawn from the school, went to prayer camp, went to like different hospitals, like they couldn't find anything. So my parents just have to be praying for me here and there, prayer camp. There is this church, once you are from Choco, I'm sure you'll be able to know, the Divine Healers Church. It's a very popular church.
Divine Healers Church, a popular one. I know that church very well.
So that is where my family worship. That is our church.
Okay.
Basically. So prayers here and there, then I became okay. But then my dad was actually approaching retirement.
Yeah.
And my mom wasn't doing it. So financially, we weren't that strong to be able to see me through the high school. But I had the edge of going to school. I really wanted to go to school because I had dreams of becoming a lawyer and all those kind of things. So I wanted to go to school. So I stayed home for that whole second term. It ended, I didn't go to school. And then we entered the third term, which I was supposed to be in school and then get promoted to Form 2. But my parents were not having the resources. So I said, no, I have to go to school. So I have sold on the street of Accra before. There is a product called Swiss milk. I don't know if you have come across it. Before this way came, that it used to be a 3-in-1 snack you can use for tea and all those kind of things. So I used to walk from Achimota School. That is where the company used to be. Walk from Achimota School all the way to Medina Market. I'll be selling in the traffic, like be selling on the way, walk all the way to Medina Market, sell everything, and then walk back. So I did that for a while, got some little money. And then in the third term, I went back to school, but I changed the school. I went to Kwenyaku Senior High School.
Kwenyaku Senior High School, located in which region?
In Central Region.
In Central Region. And your first
close
school,
to Sweden.
the first school? The name of your first school?
Adesu Senior High.
Adesu Senior High School. Charlie, that's how close you were to me.
Yes.
I'm from Mipo, and you went to Adesu Senior High School. But you couldn't finish because you suffered a spiritual attack on your life. At a point, it was almost like you had gone insane.
Yeah.
You were mad. You went through healing or spiritual, you saw spiritual help here and there, and then you came back, and financial reasons you got knocked out again. You couldn't.
Yes.
So when you went to do your petty hawking, you came back, but this time you had to change the school to a different school, and you went to Kwenyaku Senior High School in the Central Region.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Thank you, Choko. So I went there. I think they were about 3 weeks to vacate. And then the headmaster was like, we're about to go on break. We're about to write exams. Like, we can't accept you now. And I said, look, I'm a very good student. If you accept me into this school, I'll be able to prove to you that I'm a good student. I do not have any bad record from my former school. And he was like, okay, if you can go and bring attestation letter from your former school, Adesu Senior High, to prove that you're a good student, I will admit you. So I went to get the letter, got myself admitted in the school. Then the headmaster was like, we need to see your parents. You cannot admit yourself. We need like people who be your guidance and all those kind of things. So I went to bring my parents. Then I started school. 3 weeks to vacation. I sat through. I wrote the exams. And those times they used to post our results. They would post your results to your parents to see. So when the result came, I had been promoted to SS2. Okay. So I got to SS2. But because I was seeing myself through school and all those kind of things, it was difficult. It was very difficult. So I managed to go through. When I got to Form 3, and we're about to register for WAEC and all the WASI and all those things, it was just too much for me. Like every day they are sacking you. You couldn't go to dining. You couldn't do anything. I had just one uniform. I had just one shoe. Like the humiliation was just too much for me. I couldn't bear it anymore. So I dropped out and I went to register myself as a private candidate.
Wow. You couldn't pay your fees, the humiliation, you getting, wow. So eventually you pulled out of that one too in your final year of secondary school.
Choco,
And
I
then,
left.
okay,
I left my trunk, my job was everything in the school. I said I will not do it again. Like, I'm tired. The humiliation was just too much.
So this was what, 2007 thereabout? Or...
No, this was in 2009. We were preparing for WASI.
Wow. Okay. So 2009.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you registered yourself for the private exam.
I registered myself.
What
yes.
we call, so that would be what, NOVDEC?
Yes, NOVDEC.
NOVDEC. In
yes.
Ghana, we call it NOVDEC. I don't know how you call it in your own country. It's for private students who want to register to take their high school exams instead of doing it through a school. All right. So you registered for NOVDEC 2000. Yes. Which subject? Business, general arts, which subject?
So my background is in agric. Because my father and the community I'm coming from is a farming area, they respect agric officers. So my father told me to do agric. So that's what I did. Initially, I had wanted to do general art to become a lawyer. But they told me that when you die, you not go to heaven. When you're a lawyer, you die, you not go to heaven. Those were some of the myths that they told us. And then when they lay you in state, they're actually going to turn you upside down. Your face will be turned down. And I said, I need to go to heaven. So I decided to do the agric. So I went to register for the NOVDEC. There's a school called Insania Senior High. It's in Kaswa.
Hey, Charlie. I'm saying it because I know all these schools. So, Charlie, you've roamed the same places I roam. Insania, Wallington, all those areas, Charlie. I wasn't before. Anyway, so Insania, carry on.
Thank you. So I went to register at Insania, and even registration and payment, it was also difficult. So the result was nothing better. It was nothing to write home because there was a lot of pressure because I was working at the same time trying to see myself through school and all those kind of things. So the result was nothing good. But I did not give up. I said to myself, I can do something for myself. And within that 2009 period, I got a full-time employment as a pump attendant. In Ghana, maybe we say filling station attendant, people who sell fuel. So I was a pump attendant, a fuel station attendant, and I did that for a while. So I was able to raise some money from that work that I did over there. And I decided to enroll in a short course, which is still agric. There is because I was always trekking around the Medina Agbogba area. I saw this Legon Botanical Garden, and there was a school around that area. It is called College of Consumer Science and College of Agric and Consumer Science there or something. So I saw it. So I decided to enroll in a short course to learn more about the agric. So I decided to do animal husbandry and crop production. So I did that course to get a fair idea about the field, which was about 2 years. But then it wasn't the full time. So I was working and then I was doing it. So I did that for a while. And whilst I was doing it, I was teaching. I was doing people teacher. I was teaching in a private school. So I was doing the teaching and I was doing the part-time course. So when I finished, then I got posted to J River Farms. It's one of the largest producers of pineapple in Ghana. So I was posted to J River Farms to work as quality control manager. So I worked there for a while and I was not okay with the way they were handling things. Things were going bad and it was inuring to some people's benefits. And I didn't like it. I didn't feel okay. Sometimes they will leave pineapple to get rotten so that they can sell it to the local women instead of we exporting it and all this kind of thing. And I was not okay with the way the system was being handled. So I decided to leave and do something else for myself. So I went back to the teaching field. And I was teaching. So I taught for a very long time. I was teaching in the GHS. And then I was also doing private classes for students and all those kind of things. But along the line, I felt that I have interest in communication. I wanted to do journalism and all those kind of things.
Okay.
And that was also the time that there is a DJ in Ghana. We call him DJ Lalu. He used to play those boy.
DJ Lalu. DJ Lalu. Oh, Charlie, you're bringing memories. All right, carry on. DJ Lalu, come to all right, continue.
So I used to listen to him a lot. So he had a radio school at Nungwako Store, School of Radio Broadcast. He had a school over there. So I decided to enroll in that school so that I'll start the journalism basics and all those kind of things. So I did it for a while, but I was commuting from my village to Nungwa every day. And it wasn't easy. So along the line, I had to drop again. I couldn't finish that one. But I learned the basics of writing, like journalism, writing stories and all those things. So I started writing for Happy FM.
Okay.
I started writing for Happy FM. I write news stories and all those things. And I write for some online publications and all those things. So I started doing those things along the line. And then I was teaching. So in 2017, I decided not to teach again. I said, this thing, I'm not seeing any future in this teaching thing that I'm doing. I don't think it's going to take me anywhere because you were earning 350 Ghana cedis as salary.
350 Ghana cedis. So that would be roughly what, like $30 thereabout, $30 USD, or maybe
maybe $20 or $25.
$25. That's how much we're earning a salary. Okay, go on.
Yes. So I said, this thing has no future. I can't continue like this. I need to do something else for myself. So by then I had saved money again, and I decided to go and learn forklift, how to operate forklift.
Okay.
So I moved all the way to Takrade. There's a place called Chapel Hill. So I moved to Takrade to stay in Takrade for a month to enroll in the forklift operation and those things. So I learned it, and fortunately, I got a job back at the Tema Harbor to operate forklift and all those kind of things. So I came to do that for a while. I got enough money. Then I decided to start my own farm.
So you started farming?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
In the course of farming, I was still writing as a journalist. I was still doing the journalism thing and all those kind of things.
For Happy FM and the online platforms, you're still writing. Okay.
Yes.
And you were doing your farming on the side. Go ahead.
Yes. So I started my own poultry. Then I was doing my own farm, like maize farm, cassava, and all those kind of things. So I was doing it. And then in 2019, I said, enough is enough. I don't have any proper certificate for myself. I need to go back to school. So I decided to go to the university to register as mature applicant.
Mature student, or what we call mature student.
Okay. So I went to register African University College of Communication, which is an affiliate of Lagos.
AUCC. Yeah.
Oh, Choco.
Yeah.
You know the school. So I went to register, and then I started. So when I was doing the Happy FM and all those things, I was doing some small community radio. We call it Wonder FM. I was doing it, some small community radio. I was doing that one. So when I started the university, then I got the opportunity to join Pink FM in Kaswa. So I moved to Pink FM as a reporter.
Okay.
So I was reporting from the courts, I was writing stories, then I became the producer, then finally I became a news anchor. So I started reading news, hosting shows, doing all those things. But then I was still schooling. I was still in the university doing my first degree in communication. So I was doing it gradually. And then in 2022, that is when I came across your video and I was like, wow, if this is true that you can study and get good grades, then I'm going to do it. So that is where the turning point came in. And before I even graduated from the university in 2023, I had already gathered my documents. I had gotten all the things that I needed because in your live videos, you were showing us what to do, how to do it, how to go about it, and all those things. And before I graduated, I left my former station, Pink FM, to join Hot FM in Accra.
I see.
As a parliamentary correspondent. Even before that, I went to Peace FM briefly because in 2020, I worked with them on the election. So they got to see how good I am and all those things. And Nana Okese, God bless him, he gave me opportunity to come. So when I left Pink FM, I went to work briefly at Peace FM before I moved to join Hot FM. And then Hot FM was where I was working before I finally moved to US. So,
all right,
it's not my choice that.
Let's pause there and look back to your days doing radio. Okay, whilst you were juggling school and stuff like that. Right?
The member of parliament for Swam constituency, and then also the chairman for MPP 2024 manifesto committee. Wafa Nyankopon sha no nya kesepa wadwe mu abobe nyansa ahye wo ma na koso na sum amagana na yedwuma pafabo amagana ye ka sei kopie mu ewo US monten a oye adwumaden konkoden e de abo MPP party se na be ya breaking the 8th agenda no ebetimi abemu edi onmunya for Sechemesa Bonsu Nyankopon ensha pa minister for parliamentary affairs e na no se wo hwe parliament wa bra na omo ye bills. A whole speaker of parliament, it took the intervention of Onumunya for Sechemesa Bonsu to.
Wow, my brother.
For Sechemesa Bonsu, the member of parliament for Swam constituency, and then also.
The way you were rattling the tree there, I would have thought that maybe you are an Akana. So that was you back in when you were doing your radio.
Yes.
Nice. So your show was in mostly tree.
Yes. So. We had Hot FM in Accra, and then Fox FM in Kumasi, and then we had Fox FM in Takrade, and then we had a TV station. So 3 radio stations plus a TV station. And my job basically was to come in the morning, read the news, and then rush to Parliament, do all the parliamentary proceedings, feed the newsroom with the stories, and then later on come and like host a show about what went on in Parliament. So that's what I was doing Monday to Friday.
All right, carry on, Sir Kas.
Thank you, Choco. So in all this, while I was doing it, I was much focused. Like, I want to try what Choco said. So I was still watching your videos. I was still following the steps, all the guidelines and everything. And because of all the things you were saying, and I was so much interested in Canada, I was not even looking at US. All my focus was on Canada. So my first school was Memorial University of Newfoundland. That was my first school. That is what I wanted to get. The political science program, that is what I wanted to apply to, even though my degree was in communication. And you also said you did a bit of radio with Radio Universe on campus.
Yes. I was briefly with Radio Universe. I used to also flirt with Top Radio as well. Yeah, go ahead.
So I was like, I share a lot of things with Choco, even though I did not study political science like he did, but I want to also go and study political science because there is funding for the program. He has shown me how to do it. So I am going to apply for that program. But then you also shared another link about the environmental policy program at Memorial University of Newfoundland. They have a program called environmental policy.
Yes.
So I was interested in that one. So I was torn between political science or I should go and do the environmental policy. So I emailed one of the professors, I think Dr. Paul Foley. Okay. I emailed him and then he responded. And you see, the email that I crafted, you showed us how to do all those things.
I showed, yes. I remember teaching and demonstrating how you can write it, yeah.
Yes. So, unfortunately, I had a very big note. Like, I was making notes every day, your videos, I was making notes. So, I took time and I crafted the email and I sent it to him and he responded. He said, okay, write a half page of your research interest and then I'll consider you for my program. But I was so much interested in the political science program because I was involved in politics and all those things. So I wanted to learn more about the politics so that I'll become a political analyst. Because I knew the political terrain of Ghana. I knew a lot of things in politics. So I felt like I'll be able to do more in that field. So I sent him the email and then he responded and said, okay, I'll be a good fit. So when the time is due, I should apply.
Okay.
I did not apply. I rather went for the political science program because that is what my interest in.
Your interest was there, yeah?
Yeah. And then I applied for public policy at University of Saskatchewan.
Okay.
I applied for public policy over there. And then I applied for Master of Divinity, kind of like theology at Acadia University, Nova Scotia.
So you did 3 schools.
3 schools in Canada.
University of Newfoundland, and then you did University of Saskatchewan.
Yes.
And then you did Acadia, University of Acadia. Yes. Go ahead.
And everybody who had done application to Canada will tell you that Canadian schools are very much expensive.
Yes, the application fee itself no be easy, Charlie. We are talking about $100 plus there to apply for a program. Yeah.
Yes. Memorial University, I paid $120.
120 Canadian dollars. Okay.
Yes. And I think Saskatchewan, I think either $75 or $100. I've forgotten about that. Nova Scotia, I paid $60.
Okay.
It was difficult, but all I wanted is just Canada. I don't want any other place. I want to go to Canada. All I want is Canada. So I did all the application. Then something happened. You interviewed Chief Osofo Isaiah. You interviewed him, and then he said, "Baby Anjua, baby Bejo." I think you even said it like, if you are not received somewhere, another place will accept you. He has tried Canada for 2 occasions, and they bounced him, and then Joe Biden has accepted him, so he's in America.
Yes. I should have queued that particular media of that interview and then play it for you. So the gentleman he's talking about, he's currently in the US as well. He called him Chief on social media, or those of you who have seen that video, you know him as Ade Tunde. Ade Tunde, if you're watching this, just be in I would like you to come online at some point. So I'll bring you in. So you watch my interview with Ade Tunde, who at that time was studying in China. He's a Ghanaian, but he was studying in China with his wife. And he had been trying Canada visa for a while. Canada was bouncing him, Charlie. The visa was not coming. We tried the first one, it didn't work. He tried the second one, it didn't work. And, you know, at a point, I reviewed his documents. And he even has scholarship, right? The thing was tight. And the guy is like, he's a solid academician. Like, he's a solid academic, I should say. Very solid, smart guy. And I just I was not able to just connect the door. Like, why are they refusing? We went through the GCMS note and all of that. So in one interview I did, I think I did a program. He will talk about it. Maybe I shouldn't go into all the details there. I had a chat with him and I said, look, I live in Canada. I know you guys watch my videos and you want to come to Canada and stuff like that. But there's more than one country out there equally good. Why don't you just spread yourself wide? You know, have you considered USA? US has even a lot more. In fact, one state in the US has more universities than just the whole of Canada. So US has a lot more opportunities, more scholarships, more opportunity. In fact, US could be easier in terms of even getting admission than Canada. In Canada, the requirements could sometimes be just stressful. So I had a conversation with him. I said, look, why don't you give US a chance? And then he went ahead and he tried, and it worked for him. He got a visa. I remember prepping him. Anyway, he will talk about that. So you watched that interview, because after he came to US, he shared his story and I posted it. So you watched that. And what did he do to you? What did that video or that interview do to you?
So in that video, you said that spread yourself wide, don't limit yourself to only one place. So it opened my mind. I was like, oh, Choco is saying something. I think I need to focus on what he's saying. So I was like, okay, let me just look at US and see if I can get any school over there. But honestly, my heart was not in there. All I want is Canada. In fact, most of the things that I was doing was all about Canada. So everything, all my friends were just calling me Senor Canada. So I was
your
like,
friends were calling you Senor Canada. Senor is your name. And then they added Canada.
Canada.
Because you were so addicted to Canada.
All I want is I said to
I've been a bad
myself
influence on
that
you because it was because of my videos. That's why you're too addicted to Canada. Because of my videos. Sorry to all those who have been addicted to coming to Canada because of my videos. I apologize. Right? Hopefully, you have not also gotten a nickname, Chioma Canada or Kofi Canada. So, Senor Canada, Karen, your friends were calling you Senor Canada because
so
you were
my friends
just.
were calling me Senor Canada, and I was like, all I want to do is go to Canada. I don't know any other place. I want to go to Canada, and I want to have an interview with Choco. So if you could remember when you called 3 days today through Osofo's phone, I was shouting like, "This is what I want to do." Like, I want to have interview with Choco because I have been watching all the people, Peter Bayworth's interview, like all the guys, Nana Bafo, all the, like, I want to come to Canada. I want to like share my testimony. So when you posted Osofo's video, it changed my mind. Like, it said, okay, why not? Just give it a try. So I went to search for, and he also for himself even had interview with Kingsford from EIU, my current school.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why I said, okay, let me try this school that he is in. So that is how I started the application for EIU. And so, because I was not interested, the application fee was $30. I refused to pay.
You refused to pay the $30.
$30.
Because you were just not interested.
I'm not
Your heart
interested
was
in going
not
to
there.
US. I don't want to go.
Canada.
But I was able to pay $120 for Canada.
You were able to pay the application fee to apply to a school in Canada, but $30 for US. You say no one pay.
I don't
because
want.
the name has entered your blood. Efo Canada, Senor Canada. But people, if you're watching this video and you're enjoying it, smash that like button and share it in your WhatsApp groups, your Telegram groups. Let people know. I intend to do a lot more of these stories. I believe somebody needs to hear this. Thank you, Big Godwin Mate, for sharing my video. Today's testimony cannot be possible without your role. You played a role. You shared my link or my channel, and this young man saw it, and he was in the university at that time, third year, started watching my videos, and today he's here sharing a testimony. Big ups to you, Big Godwin Mate, and Jay Kwashi, and all of you out there. All right, so continue. $30 application fee to apply to US. You've heard Osofo's story, or Chief Adetunde's story, how he switched from applying to Canada after multiple visa refusals to US, and then eventually got it. But even after watching and seeing him share his story, your spirit was still in Canada. Continue.
So all I wanted is Canada. But then you had another interview with a guy who had gone to Japan to learn about excavator, how to operate excavator and all those things. And I think he was refused visa for, was it 13 times or
13 times or so? That's Babatunde from Japan. Yeah, yes, you're right.
Yes. But after everything, he was able to land in Canada. So you said in that video, you said that whichever country that you get for now, just use it as a springboard, go there, and then you can now jump back to Canada. So it reset my mind, and I was like, okay, let me just try this US. Even if they give the US to me, definitely, whatever it will take, I will still go back to Canada. Because me, I don't want US.
Even if you get US, you still come to Canada.
I'll still go to Canada.
Carry go.
So I put in the application, and then I just closed my mind. All I was looking at is Canada. So the first application came from Memorial University of Newfoundland. I got the admission, but it was partial funded. So now you have to. Yes.
Okay.
I think it was about $28,000.
And they give you partial scholarship.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have to get a bank statement to support the half of it, and then I think by then, Canada was demanding for $20,000 something for your yes. So I started looking for bank statements, but then I was waiting for Acadia and then
Saskatchewan, yeah.
So Saskatchewan came, and then I thought bounce. They denied me.
They denied you the admission. Saskatchewan didn't. Okay.
Public policy, they denied me.
Okay.
What is this? The thing pained me. But I was like, okay, Memorial University has accepted me. And in fact, because you were showing us tips on how to apply for school and how to get a visa, I was so desperate in going to Newfoundland. So Newfoundland, I was following their page on Facebook and I was sharing every post that they were making about their city. Sometimes they will post pictures of their city and all those kind of things. And you know, Newfoundland is close to the sea.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot. So I used to post a lot of their videos, their pictures. I was sharing it so that I'll tell the visa officer that I have already been promoting Canada. So I'm a good applicant. So give me the visa. So all those were strategies I was using.
What a strategy.
You show that.
You were posting stuff about Canada, especially Newfoundland, on your timeline on Facebook.
Yes.
Just in case the visa officer decides to check you out on Facebook to know that, man, this guy's spirit is all in Canada. All right. You may have learned that in one of my videos. Huh?
Yes, I got a strategy from there.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get bank statements. In the process of trying to get bank statements for my document and all those things, then the US admission came. It came late.
For which
because
school?
EIU. So
mention the full name for those who don't know EIU before they start looking for IUD and stuff, which is contraception. Yes, sir. Yeah, mention the full name of the university.
So Eastern Illinois University. Eastern Illinois University.
Eastern Illinois University.
Located in Charleston.
All right.
EIU. So I did that application and I did Western Illinois. These were the two universities that I did. Because through EIU, I got to know that they have Western. So I did these two applications. So EIU came and I had gotten admission. But then there was no funding. It's just the admission that came somewhere late in May. Yes, exactly a year now. It came later in May. So when the admission came, I did not get any funding. So I wrote back to the school and I said, but I applied for funding. You did not give me funding. Why? There was no response. So I sent email to all the departments on campus telling them that I have gotten admission, but I did not get funding. Whoever has funding, please consider me. I wrote a nice email and all those things you taught us. All those things you taught us. You see, I told you the other day, you are a whole institution. Just that you are not a school that people will come and pay school fees to go and study in. But everything that you share, it's very helpful and very practical. If people should follow and take note, it's going to help them. So I decided to contact all the departments on campus to see if they can give me funding. And as I am very spiritual, I pray a lot. I trust in God, and everything that I do, I try to sow a seed for it.
Okay.
So the video that you played, the 4th January video I did in my village.
Yeah.
In December, I went to sow a seed. I had money, so I went to change the money into dollars.
Mm-hmm.
I went to change that money into dollars. My church secretary, my pastor, they will watch the video, they will testify. I went to change the money into dollars, and I went to sow a seed of $100. And I told God that I want you to change my location and I want you to change my currency.
You want, say that part again.
I changed my cedis into dollars. I went to the Forest Bureau, changed it into dollars, and I went to church to sow a seed, a seed of $100. And I told God, change my location and change my currency.
Okay.
So we did that on 31st December 2023.
Okay.
And then on the 4th of January is when I made a video in the village. And I said, a year by this time, I will either be in Canada or I'll be in US, because I knew the covenant I've had with God.
All right. I played that at the beginning. If you just joined, let's take a glimpse into what he said on that day.
So I've come to Villa. This is my village. Today is 4th January 2024. And God willing, a year by this time, I'll be in the States. I will not be in this village. It's a prophecy. Tap into it. A year by this time, I will not be in this village. I will be in the States, either US or I will be in Canada. Inshallah, God's grace will do it. So I'm here. I've come to my village. I'm coming.
All right. So that is a story there. Carry on. You made a prophecy after you sowed the seed and something happened. Go on.
Yes. So I was looking for funding, and then this is why I attribute everything to God. Somebody from my department, the communication department, who had gotten funding as a TA, went to the professor and told the professor that he doesn't want the scholarship anymore. He doesn't want it anymore. So they canceled the scholarship. He's an American, no. He's a domestic student, he's American. He actually did his undergraduate studies here and he was doing his master's. But they gave him funding. And then this person went back to the professor and said he doesn't want the funding anymore. So in June, they canceled his scholarship. And then that is when they gave the scholarship to me in June.
Wow. Somebody who is a domestic student in the US,
yes,
from undergraduate, meaning did the first degree and was continuing to do a master's, was given a scholarship. The person said he doesn't want it anymore.
Yes.
That person had to release the scholarship for you to be the next in line to benefit from it.
Yes.
Powerful. Continue.
And it's not like this person is stopping the school. Mm-hmm. He still wants to pay his own school fees. He wants to stay and pay his own school fees. But he canceled the scholarship and gave it to me. So continue. I was next in line and they gave it to me. So I have to prepare for, and I had just a month. All this thing I'm saying was towards the end of June. So I had just July to get a date and then come to the US.
2024. You had just a month to get your date for your interview, US visa interview, you mean?
Yes.
Come to the US. So let's put timelines here. For those who are watching, I'd like to summarize to make it easy for you to follow. In December, he was in church and then he entered into a covenant with God and said, Lord, I want to sow this seed and I want you to change some stuff in my life. Change not just my currency, but change it into dollars, which spiritually he meant help me get a visa to travel. That was in December 31st. And then on January 4th, he proclaimed it with his lips. You saw it in the video where he was prophesying that he will get good news. And he got an admission. Do you remember the month you got the admission?
The admission came in May.
In May. The admission
and the scholarship came in June.
Yeah, but you got the admission without scholarship. So
without scholarship.
Writing a letter to all the departments.
Yes.
Who has funded this? It take me.
Yes.
Wow. And somewhere along the line, you learned that somebody who was given scholarship had decided he didn't want it, even though he was still going to remain in the school. And you happen to be the next to benefit.
Yes.
And the school gave it to you.
Yes.
Now you've gotten admission, you've gotten scholarship. EIU, Eastern Illinois University in the US.
Yes.
The next thing is how to get our visa. That one is also not, you only had what, 1 month to get your visa to come to the US?
Because class was starting in August.
In August, okay.
In August, first week in August. So you have to come as a TA, you have to come ahead of time so that they will take you through training, the courses that you're going to teach and all those things. So you have to come on time. So I had just July to get a date. So I was not getting a date.
You were not getting an appointment date for US visa?
For US visa.
Not in Ghana?
Not in Ghana. I was not getting. But still, I went ahead to pay for the visa fee, all those things. And they gave me, 2nd July, 2025.
Meaning you would have missed your school. You would have missed the starting date.
Yes.
Because you need to be here for August 2024.
2024. But
and the next available date for US interview appointment is 2025. July.
2025.
Efo Canada will not accept this.
No.
Okay.
No, because my whole plan was, if I get into US, I'll get to Canada. Because you made videos where I saw you driving through US, you were able to drive and go to US and then you drive back to Canada.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, it's just like a border town. I'll be able to do it. So I was not getting dates. I was frustrated. I used to cry a lot and my mother would be praying for me. Like, don't worry, you'll be fine. And in all this thing, I never told anybody. I never told my family people. I was just telling my mother that I'm having some challenges at work. So my mom will pray for me. Everything will be fine. Don't worry. But I never told anybody that I was traveling. I never told anybody I've gotten admission. So we're praying. We did everything all the way to middle of July. I still did not get date. So somebody told me that, oh, you can get a date in South Africa.
Please listen to this part though. He's giving you tips. Listen. All right.
Somebody told me that you can get a date in South Africa and you can get a date in Cote d'Ivoire. But when I checked Cote d'Ivoire, it was too late. There was no date, but there was date available in South Africa.
Okay.
South Africa, they have 3 embassies. They have Johannesburg, they have Durban, and then another one, I forgot it. Yes, 3. So I went to the bank to send the visa fee to a friend in South Africa so that he will book the date over there for me, because you need to pay the visa fee over there.
Mm.
When I was in the bank, that is when another friend called me from the bank and said, Charlie, they said there is date available in Benin.
Benin.
Yes.
Wow. In Lakonji, Benin. Okay. Yo.
Benin. And that was the first time I was actually hearing about Benin.
Mm.
I was like, Benin, yeah, we know that it's for quote unquote.
Yeah. What did they go do for Benin? Okay, let's see what happened. So, what did you do?
So, I stopped the South Africa thing, and then quickly I went outside of the bank, and then I spoke to my friend. I said, I'm actually in the bank. I'm about to pay for South Africa. I hear there is date. And he said, no, don't pay. With Benin, you don't even have to pay for the visa fee before you book the appointment. So you can even get a date without paying. On the day of your interview, when you go there, that is when you will pay.
Wow.
I said, oh,
okay.
Good news.
Mm-hmm.
So quickly, I asked him to give me the link. He gave me the link, and then I went. So I sat in the bank. Sorry, someone was.
Sorry, that's okay. So you sat in the bank.
I sat in the bank, and then I put in the application. And immediately I put in the application, I got 29th July.
Wow.
I got 29th July, and I said, wow.
Which means just 10 days or so away, you could be in Benin for your US visa interview.
I can't hear.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so you got July 29th.
Yes.
All right, good.
So I got 29th, 2024.
Yeah.
So now I have to make arrangements for the journey. How I have to get to Benin. So I started talking to people, and I said, "Oh, you can take a car from Tudu, go to the Togo border, and then cross and do those something." So in my research, I came across a company. I think it is called STM or STM. Okay. They are around Vienna City, around Circle.
Okay.
So they will load from Ivory Coast, come to Ghana, pick up the remaining passengers, and then drive all the way to Benin.
Okay.
So when you take the car, so I left we're about 8 people who left that day. So we created a group. Quickly, we created a group called the Benin Group.
Benin Visa Group. Okay.
And then, surprisingly, when we created the group, the people who went ahead of us, all of them got denied. All of them. All the stories we were hearing about Benin was denial. Benin. But some of us, we kept insisting that we will go and get it so that we'll come and share our testimony to you guys. God is on our side. So we were waiting for the day. So I left Ghana, I think, my interview was on the 30th June, 30th. So I left Ghana on 28th, which was a Sunday evening. So I took the bus with my friends who were about 8. We left Ghana 8 p.m., Sunday evening, 8 p.m. And then we go to Benin, 9 a.m. the following day, which was Monday. When we go to Benin, we have to go and look for a hotel to stay in. So we went to book a hotel. And because Benin is a French-speaking country, we couldn't speak French. That was also another barrier. We couldn't buy food. We couldn't do any, it was difficult communicating with the people.
Yeah, but you being an airway, you could have also tried a bit because their airway is a bit different from ours, but you can still manage some words there, right?
That is what saved me. So few people were able to speak Ewe. So that is what saved myself and then my friends. So we were able to communicate in Ewe, and then it helped.
Okay.
So my interview was on the 30th, which was a Tuesday. but we left Ghana on Sunday so that we can arrive on time, get ourselves settled for the interview on Tuesday. So we got settled. Everything was okay. We went to see the embassy, want to see where everything is so that when we wake up in the morning straight, my interview was at 9 a.m. And for me, I am very spiritual, as I said. I try to do things around certain numbers. Number 3, number 6, number 9. These are things I try to work around them.
And you were number 9 too. West in Ghana are popularly known as number 9s. All right. So number 3, go ahead.
Yeah. So I work around those things. So my interview, I chose my interview time 9 p.m. and then my interview was on the 30th. So I work around all those things. Then the day came, we had to go for the interview. All the people, some people had interview at 8:30, some people had it at 9. Choco, all the people who went ahead of us, like our friends who went, they got denied.
Wow.
So, like, it was confirming that Benin is a tough ground.
Benin is a tough ground spiritually and physically, internationally. I want you to hold on there. Let's watch your Okada experience in Benin, because I also sat on an Okada in Benin once I was going to Nigeria. I stopped briefly in Benin in 2013, did some programs there. I was in Calavi, visited Parakou, Port Novo, even Tokpa Market, and a few other places. So when we shared those moments, I connected with it. Let's watch him on.
So I've come to Villa. This is my village. Today is 4th January 2024, and God willing, a year by this time, I will be in the States. I will not be in this village. It's a prophecy. Tap into it. A year by this time, I will not be in this village. I will be in the States, either US or I will be in Canada. Inshallah, God's grace will do it. So I'm here. I've come to my village. I'm coming to greet some family people and other people. Came with my dad, my brothers, came with Jake, came with Ernest, came with Yuri. It's a nice village, Charlie. It's a story. We're on our way to make history. Yes. Within the next hour, I'm going to update you what the Lord has done. It's a big victory. I'm going with my colleagues. They are behind me. This is Be Mine Soul in Benin. We are here to get our visa and go to US. It is possible. Four of us. Last round. Last day in Umofia. Oh, what's the name of that?
All right, so you went to Benin, you're on Okada, and share with us your visa. This is going to be a long video. Sorry, some of you will watch the timeline and the duration and say 1 hour, you won't watch it. Those of you who will make it, remember he said when he was watching my older videos from 2022, the longer videos had a lot of nuggets in them. Those of you who will make it through, God bless you. If you're enjoying this video as well, smash the like button and drop your comments as well and share them with your friends. If you also have a testimony you would like to share on my platform, you're welcome. In fact, I never heard about him thanks to Adetunde and Mr. O. Mr. O, if you're watching this, you're also in the US, you're a teacher. You guys made this possible for me to actually connect with this man. I didn't even know he existed, to be honest. And then he said, look, your videos really changed my life, and I would like to share it on my platform. That's how come we're here today. All right, so you went for your US visa interview 9 a.m. on the 29th of July. Share with us your story.
Yeah, so on the 30th.
On the 30th, yeah.
And one of the things that you mentioned in your video, and these are things that you will not caption them, so people will not see, but it helps.
Yeah.
In one of your videos, you said you went to Franklin Kujo to give you recommendation letter.
Of Imani Ghana, yes, that's true.
Choco, I did the same thing, and it helped me.
Okay.
So I wrote to Franklin, and I told him, Franklin, I am going for a US visa interview. can you please give me a recommendation? And because I have been calling him on air, because I'm a journalist, I've been doing interviews, so he knew me. And he said, okay, no problem. Let me write it for you. And then he wrote a recommendation letter for me that, oh, I know Senor, he's a journalist. If you can help him to get his visa, you people should accord him all the courtesies and all those kind of things. So I went with all those documents. US visa, they don't inspect documents, but you have to be strategic. If you watch Choco will tell you what to do, what not to do, the kind of things to gather. So because I knew Canada application or visa is about documentation, because you don't go physically, you put in all your documents. All the documents I had gathered for my Canada visa application, I went to US embassy with those documents. So I took recommendation from Franklin Kujo.
Okay, money, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then some few other recommendations from some people. So when I went to the interview, the woman was like, the visa officer was like, you are going to Eastern Ella University. I said yes. To go and study communication. And I said yes. And then the first question was, why this school?
Mm.
Why this school? So I told her that I am a journalist. I've been working in Ghana and I am interested in helping solve illegal mining problems in Ghana. In fact, there are some civil society organizations who support my idea of going to study in US. And then I mentioned Franklin because I knew that Franklin had given me a recommendation. So I mentioned Franklin and then I said all those things. And so like, okay. So my interview lasted about 12 to 15 minutes. It was back to back. Like
back to back, okay.
She was asking me a lot of questions. I need to justify myself. So why are you going to the, I said, I'm going to do this. Okay, funding. How did you get this scholarship? I explained to her. I had a very good SOP, statement of purpose. And Choco, you have been teaching how to write statement of purpose, SOP. So I took my time and I explained everything. And then she was like, okay, where do you work? I mentioned my TV station. And do you know that this woman actually went on my Instagram page?
Mm.
Went on my Instagram.
For that? She did go see whether you lie.
She went on my Instagram. Somebody will ask you, how did you know? Because my Instagram page is still like my local name, ATOSE, Ato. It's Ato Senyo. So like if you are typing, I can see. And you see, there is always a screen behind them. So if you are standing in front of them, you can see through the screen. These are strategies that people have to learn when you are going for interview. You have to know all these things. I don't know, maybe because I am in media and communication, I know some of these things. So she went on my Instagram page to check whether what I'm saying is true. And then when she went to check, and on my Instagram, I have a lot of my working videos, my parliament videos, my farming videos, and all those kind of videos. I have them there. So she saw it, and then she asked me a question. Is your company Hot FM? And I said yes. So she mentioned the name of my company. Is your company Hot FM? And I said yes. And she was like, do you do more radio or more TV? And I said, well, I do a lot of radio because we have more radio stations. Okay. So the whole conversation centered around my work as a journalist. And I said, you have fallen in my soup. After this one.
I like that. You are falling in my soup. I've been waiting for you to bring my profession in line. Okay. All right.
Yes. I keep telling people that if you are going for US visa interview, you have to know where your strength is so that you skew the interview towards that direction, so that you know what to tell the visa officer. Because if you know that you have funding, make sure that majority of the question will be around funding, how you got the funding. If your strength is about your program, you know your program very well, make sure that you're able to explain, you articulate yourself in a way that will be able to convince the visa officer. Because the US visa, they are looking for three things. One, they want to make sure that you did a school application yourself. The second thing that they are looking for is they want to make sure that you have enough funding for your program. The third thing that they are looking for is what have you done And in this program, what will you do for yourself after completing school? So if you know these 3 questions, you will be able to nail the visa interview.
Did you hear? Those who are complaining this interview is long, don't worry. Go and follow him. You'll learn more on his channel. You have a social media channel as well. I want you to share your Instagram, your TikTok, whichever one you have, so people can find you. I would like people to go. I know a lot of people will be interested in even learning more about US visa and stuff like that. How can we find you on TikTok? What is your TikTok name?
So on TikTok, I am Sir Kas. I have
Sir Kas.
Yes,
okay.
Sir and then Kas. Kas is actually my name. Like,
okay.
It's abbreviation of my names.
Your name.
So TikTok is Sir Kas. When you go, you find a lot of videos about study abroad, how to do application, how to get scholarship, how to go for visa interview, the questions, how to answer. I have a lot of videos over there. I have interview with some people too, some international students as well. On YouTube, I am Sir Kas. You go, you still find my page as Sir Kas over there. And then on Facebook, I am still using my professional radio name, okay. Nana Krato Sir Kas.
Take your time in giving that one. Now, for those who cannot spell Sir Kas, just look on the screen right now. It's actually on the screen. Sir Kas. Look for him on Instagram and TikTok and also YouTube, correct?
Yes. Yes.
But then on Facebook, you go by your professional name or your name that people know you for in profession. Take your time and mention that. I know a lot of people would like to look you up. Yes.
It's Nana Enkratohene Sir Kas. Nana Enkratohene Sir Kas.
I know the non-Ghanaians are asking me to help with the spelling. Don't worry. You need to start making Ghanaian friends today. In the comment section. Use the comment section and ask somebody to spell Enkratohene. What I say, because by the time I finish spelling, it will be the next day. Okay. All right, carry on. So yeah, these are the 3 key things you need to really know. Did you do it yourself? They would like to find out. Number 2, do you have adequate funding or resources for it? And number 3, the impact of it connected to what you do now versus what you do tomorrow. Carry on, please.
Yeah. So these are the important things that the embassy is looking out for. As for the universities, they are looking for who has a good GPA, who has a good recommendation letter. But when it comes to the embassy, they are looking for how well do you know your school, the location of your school, your program, your department, your professors, what attracted you to that school. So I told the visa officer that, look, I'm a journalist, and this particular school, I applied to it because they have a radio station, they have a TV station, and then they have a newspaper. And these outlets, these resources will help me to get analytical skills and enhance my skill set so that I'll be very efficient and productive when I come back to Ghana, so that I'll help solve the illegal mining issues, which is polluting water bodies, which is degrading forests and all those things. And she was like, oh, okay, that's good. So use your profession, use your background, whatever that you are doing. If you're a teacher, if you're a nurse, whatever profession you find yourself, use that profession to explain to the visa officer that this is why I'm going to do this program. And when I come back, I'll be able to use it to solve this problem, because they are always interested in your post-graduation plans. After graduation, what are your plans? If you go and tell them that I will stay in US, they will deny you.
They'll deny you. So
tell them that you have found a problem in your home country. This is the problem. And this is why you are going to study this program. And you will come back to help solve this problem. So US visa is about story. If you don't have a story, don't go. You must have a story to tell. What problem do you want to solve? If you don't have any problem in mind that you want to solve, then when you go, they will not listen to you. You want to study IT. Okay, what is the problem you have found in the field of IT? Oh, maybe my uncle has hostel and I'm going to learn software engineering so that when I come back, we'll be able to develop a software which will help the tenant to pay their rent through that platform. And then also we use it to monitor how they live at the place and how we can also be efficient. These are some of the things, because in US here, you don't go to a landlord and pay money. You pay everything online. So if you are going to study IT, find a problem. Maybe your company has, they are still with keeping files and keeping documents and the place is congested and all those kind of things. So you are going to learn data management, so that when you come back, you'll be able to use those ideas, those skills to what? To create efficient system which will be able to transmit information to all departments in a very fastest space of time. So if you have a story, then you'll be able to do the story. So to
Based
conclude,
on what, if you can just hold on there briefly, I'll let you continue. Don't lose track of what you want to say next. I predict that based on the tips Sir Kas has given us, somebody with a media background and stuff, how he went around his interview and then, articulated nicely. And I know most of you are impressed listening to him. I predict that a lot of journalists from Ghana, having heard this or who watch this video, will likely go and apply to this school, which has a radio and TV and whatever. And they're also going to give the same reason with confidence and say, Charlie, we are going to what? EIU to go and study. See what Eastern Illinois. So you guys have radio and TV, right? Anyway, Sir Kas, continue.
Thank you, Jogo. So even to add to the scholarship that I got, what I do here is I teach students radio, TV. That's what I do. My whole scholarship is about teach these students how to make videos, how to make a report, how to write a story. Basically, that is what I do. So my job here, my scholarship is assistant news director. So I help them to write the news stories. I help them to read the news. I help them to write. I take them out to go and shoot their films, and then that is it. So if you're a graphic designer in Ghana, look, there are schools who are looking for graphic designers. Use that skill that you have to get admission, to get scholarship. There are people in my program, Choco, do you know their scholarship? All the scholarship that they have is swimming. They teach people how to swim. Swimming. There are people here, their scholarship is about how to play drums. They play drums, instruments, organ. Your daughter, Joanna, who has been playing the organ. That is what they do here. That is what they do here. So whatever skill set you have, there are schools in the US who are looking for you. You just have to what? Have to harmonize it. You just have to make good use of the skill set you have. I have a friend here, Brian Enoch. The scholarship he has is about graphic designing. Also knows Enoch. His scholarship is graphic designing. Some friends are here. Their scholarship is about photography. They take pictures.
Don't you guys love Sir Kas? You know, so we go on like this. I got the guy's vibes. He's got so much. He's so passionate about it. He's just sharing it. If you'd like to see Sir Kas on this platform again, please comment below and let me know if you enjoy him. He's talking about how you can utilize your background. No background is useless. Find schools that offer watch in the US, especially. US has a lot more room. I tell people, look, I used to underestimate US in terms of schools. I was just ignorant at that time. But US has a lot more opportunities in terms of like scholarships, funding here and there. Even if you don't have funding in the US, you will survive. That's just what the guys on the ground are saying. You will survive it. And Sir Kas is a living testimony. He's utilized his background. That's DJ Lalu. DJ Lalu bo okweni. DJ Lalu no cause the problem here. Oh, and Senior Canada, and Senior Canada, Senior Illinois. Born and near Senior Illinois. And look, on a more serious note, you even had you won an award recently. I'm not sure of the amount.
Yes.
And it had to do with a presentation or a documentary you produced for your school, which reflects your journalistic background and stuff like that. Let's take a look at it.
Personalization is on your agenda. This show is your compass. Now, let's take a look at who your host is going to be for this show. Eric Achu Senyo is a passionate international student advocate. Eric is not just a voice, he is an experienced personified. Originally from Ghana, Eric is a current international graduate student at Eastern Illinois University, EIU, studying communication. But his journey didn't start here. He is a recipient of multiple scholarships, including offers from Canadian universities. He chose the US and earned a prestigious Sunshine Scholarship from the EIU School of Communication for his outstanding contributions to the happiness and success of faculty and students. Eric serves as a graduate assistant at WEIU, where he blends his media expertise with purposeful storytelling. His communication skills are unmatched rooted in over a decade of professional experience as a journalist, news anchor, and a political affairs reporter in Ghana. Beyond the newsroom, he is widely known for his digital platform, Sir Kas, where he mentors hundreds of aspiring students through the scholarship application process, visa interviews, and the cultural transition of studying abroad. His YouTube and TikTok channels have become a lifeline for many first-time international students from Africa and beyond. Eric is a powerful advocate for inclusion and a vocal supporter of marginalized communities, including LGBTQI+ students. He's participated in public forums, spoken on radio and TV.
Wow. I'm just sitting here smiling. The boy from the village. Yeah? The boy from the village. Look at you, making all of us proud. Thank you so much for sharing and utilizing all your experiences in life to keep winning, I know a lot of people will be inspired watching this. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share this with your friends as well. He prophesied to himself on December 31, 2023, that this will happen to him, and he'll be in the US looking for better life opportunities there. And it happened. In January, he prophesied, and then it happened. Let's watch your awards ceremony.
Secretary for 22 years. This scholarship goes to a student who possesses positive outlook and zest for life, along with an interest in and commitment to the success and happiness of students and faculty. This is our Sunshine Award. And this year we honor Eric Senyo. Winners, when your name is called, you come up either staircase and come talk to Dr. D. Next.
My people, I hope so you did clap for that. You understand? Wow. That's good. So that is an interesting. Charlie, your school, your university, their studio no be small studio. School in studio said that.
Yes.
State of the art, Charlie, modern.
When I entered and there was like, this is a campus TV, I was shocked. The kind of equipment that we have in the school, it was amazing. I was like, really? And you know, everybody you saw there is a student too.
Everybody is a student.
They are actually undergraduate students. Some are in their first year, some are in their second year. I am the only master student in there who is helping the professor run the station. We have a radio, we have a TV, we have newspaper. And these are like big, it's a complete setup. Complete package. Being run by students. Being run by students. So every semester we get students coming in, and then my job is to train them how to handle the camera, how to handle microphones, how to operate the prompter, like all those equipment. So you saw me talking to them. If they have any issue, I teach them what to do, what not to do. That is all. How to present the news, how not. These are things I was doing like joke in Ghana, but I was able to get a scholarship for it to come and do it here. So whatever that your background is, you can get a scholarship for it. Whatever that you studied in your undergraduate, look, there are schools in US who are willing to give you that opportunity. All that you need to do is to follow the right people. Just like I was following Big God Mate, and he was able to share Choco's link, and I followed everything that Choco said. It has really helped me. I keep telling people that, look, if a whole university can award me, can give me as much as $4,000, even though I already have scholarship, but they still give me this money because I have been advocating and I have been teaching people how to move abroad, how to come and study. Like I have been sharing all the good news about EIU, and you don't want to follow people like this, but because I am not promoting beef, then it's your problem. If you are in 2025 and you don't want to change your situation, but you want to be following beef, people who are fighting, people who are gossiping, you don't want to follow Choco, then I don't know what you want. Before I came, so when I got a visa, that is when the Acadia University admission also came. And that one was also full funding. That was when Acadia University admission also came. It was full funding. I was supposed to start January this year, January 2025, but I deferred it. Look, so God works in mysterious ways. The last time that we spoke, when we spoke on Mr. O's channel,
Yeah.
and then Osofo told me, Charlie, what are you waiting for? Why don't you apply for the Canadian visa? Choco, I applied for the Canadian visa, and within 3 weeks, it was approved.
So right now you have Canada visa.
Right now, I have Canadian visa. If not because of
Senor Canada's dream has come true.
has come.
I cannot wait to see you in Canada and give you a big hug. My wife will prepare a work plan for you for 3:30.
If not because of the current things happening in
Yeah,
US,
yeah.
like myself and Osofo, we decided to come this summer.
You would have
Come
done a
and say
road trip.
big
Also,
thank you.
if you are watching, Charlie, I will bring you on screen right now. Charlie, let's continue. When you got your visa, you normally would have been quiet on this based on what you've said in the interview, but it looks like you told some few people and then somebody decided to do you harm. What
Yes.
happened?
So I got a visa approved on Tuesday, which was 30th July. So we have to wait for the passport to be stamped with the visa before we come back to Ghana.
Yeah.
So we waited from Tuesday. So 32 of us went for the visa. It's only 2 of us that got it. 32
Wow.
of us went. It's only 2 of us that got it that day. So we had to wait. Our friends had to come back to Ghana, and then we waited at the hotel. So we got our passports on Friday, and then we set off on Saturday. We came back to Ghana on Sunday, which I think it was on the 3rd of August.
August, okay.
Yes. So on the 4th of August, and before I even came back to Ghana, I came with boils, like Mpompo, big one.
Wells.
Yes.
Okay.
I couldn't wait.
Asane.
I don't know.
Asane
I don't know
Sane.
where it came from. So I landed in Ghana on Sunday, which was on the 3rd of August. Then on the 4th of August, it was a holiday. I think it is Founders Day. It's a new holiday that the NPP administration introduced. So Monday was a holiday. So Monday, I went to Mokola to start getting 1 or 2 things, my bag and all those kind of things I will use for my travel. So I got it. Then on Tuesday, I decided to go to work because my boss, my news editor, had just given me some few days off. I told him I was not feeling well. Okay. In fact, when I even went to Benin, I did not tell my family, my mother, my father, my sisters. I never told anybody. I just wanted to surprise them. I just wanted to surprise everybody. So Tuesday, I went to the office. I went to do the news, the midday news. I read the midday news. And then I went out with some few friends to go and eat. Usually we have a place, if you have been in Jamestown, so you know Agbado, those areas.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have a rice joint that we went to buy food. We came to eat, and then everything was okay. So because I was looking for money to buy tickets, now I have to open up to people and tell them that, Charlie, I've gotten US visa, but now I need money for the ticket. Because I was supposed to arrive in US on the 11th August.
Okay.
I have to come to US on the 11th August. So I told some few friends in my space, and I was like, Charlie, I need some money to buy tickets. So I said, oh, Charlie, we'll help you. So one of my friends told me that, come back on Wednesday. I'll take you to go and see a big man who can help you with the money. Choco, I went to see this friend. We went to see them. We went to the house. The man was not there. And he said, oh, let's go to this place that we buy food from so that we can eat something. And then after that, we'll see what we can do. So we bought the food together. He bought his, I bought mine. We brought the food to the house. And I think I said I was going to get water because it's a house that I've been going to. It's somebody I know. I've been going to the house. I said, oh, let me grab some water from the fridge. I don't know whether that was when the incident happened. Choco, my food was poisoned. My food was poisoned. And from Adabraka to Kaswa, I nearly died on the road. When I got to SCC, I was throwing up. Like I was just vomiting, like blood, everything. And we're like, what's happening? What's happening? So they rushed me to Amanfrom Polyclinic. I stayed in Amanfrom Polyclinic for a day. And they were like, oh, it's ulcer. And I said, no, what's happening to me is not ulcer. I've eaten. They said, no, it's ulcer. Choco, I was still vomiting. I was still throwing up. And my parents came in and they said, no, we have to move you from this hospital. They moved me from Amanfrom Polyclinic to Central Kaswa Clinic. It's a private facility. Everybody who is in Kaswa, they know Central Kaswa Clinic. They moved me to that place. That is when they went to run different tests. And then the doctor said, your food has been poisoned. Choco, I stayed in the hospital. I nearly died. I stayed in the hospital from Wednesday all the way to Saturday evening. Even that, I have to like struggle. Like, I'm traveling. You will have to discharge me. The doctor said you are not fit. You cannot leave. Your system, we need to get this whole thing out of your system. You can't leave. My school was also waiting for me. And one thing about the US is the date on your I-20, your reporting date, if you don't enter the country by that day, you would have to explain at the port of entry. Or you have to take a permission letter from your school. So I was worried. And on Saturday evening, they discharged me. Somebody will say, oh, maybe you just ate something and then maybe the food is contaminated. No, this is the person who has confessed to me. Like the person who did the thing has come back to confess, like, Charlie, this is what, I don't know, this is what, like, one of our friends said we should do. And I was like, really? And you did this thing to me?
Hey, Charlie.
I thought we are friends.
So as you get visa where they can't go, where you open up, say they look for tickets, it matter, then boys think, say, Charlie, the chance to what, take you out. How?
I got visa. I came back to Ghana on Sunday. On Wednesday, my own friend poisoned me. My own friend poisoned me. And I stayed in the hospital from Wednesday all the way to Saturday evening. I bought the video that you showed, myself and my brother walking on the street. That was on Sunday morning. That was when we had gotten some money and we were going to send the money to the agent to buy tickets for me. So I bought my ticket on Sunday, which was on the 10th of August. And then Monday, 11th August, I left Ghana.
All right. And then when you left Ghana, your arrival wasn't the smoothest as well. You ran into some trouble at the the airport or whatever. You got lost. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
So
I met these nice couples. I lost my way, but they've been very helpful. They took me round. Finally, they Googled the locations and they got it from me. I think we are at where now? Where are we now?
We are at Lake and Clark.
Wow.
In downtown Chicago.
So this is the husband, and then this is the wife. They're amazing people. So I met Prof, who is an African from Zimbabwe, right? Zambia. And I sat close to his son. You know the interesting thing? I lost my way. I've been roaming around, and I found Prof again, and he brought me to the station. The amazing thing and the sweetest part of this whole thing is he paid for my bus ticket, my train ticket, $32. If you convert it to Ghana cedi, that's a lot of money.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes, that's a lot of money. And I appreciate Prof so much. In fact, he's a lecturer at Southern Illinois University, and he's a professor there. He is well vested in the field of communication. And Prof has been to Ghana. He has been to, earlier when we were on the plane, he said he's been to Tema, he's been to Takrade, he's been to Accra, and then a few other places in Accra. He's an amazing.
Wow. What a story. God bless the professor from Zambia and his family who stepped in to help you when you were stranded. You mentioned that the one was Southern Illinois, correct?
Yes.
Southern Illinois University. That's where he's a professor at. And you were going to Eastern Illinois University. And then you ended up connecting, and then the family just decided to help you. They bought your ticket for you to just connect. And then you also met a couple earlier that also helped you at some point to figure out your location. Your first day in the US wasn't the smoothest. Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. All right. If you just tune in, you are watching a live
because
interview.
my school.
Yeah, if you just tune in, you're watching a live interview on Choco Millionaire. This is an edition of Inspiring Stories, where I bring you stories or testimonies of people who have something good to share. And Sir Kas, his background is very humbling, but today he's here. He's winning, and he's not done yet. He has more to win. Sir Kas, please continue. So you arrived in the US. Continue.
Yes. So my school was supposed to actually pick me up on the 11th, but because I couldn't come on time, I missed that trip. The car that they brought to the airport to come and pick me, I missed it. So now I have to find my own way to get to the school. So the first train that I took from the airport, which was supposed to take me to Clinton, I sat in the train all the way to the bus stop. I lost my way. So this couple actually found me at the last end, and then now they have to bring me back to the middle point where I'm supposed to go to and take the second train. So they brought me to the middle part. I found the second train station, and then I went there. When I went to the second train station, that is where I'm supposed to buy a ticket to my school, and I didn't have money. My phone is dead. I was using Android, and the Android is not working in US. So I couldn't do anything. I just sat down with my luggages, and I was like, oh God, why did I even come here? I shouldn't have come. Then I saw Prof passing. So I went to him and I said, like, sir, it seems I saw you on the flight. And he asked me, I said, yeah, I took Ethiopian Airlines. He said, yes, I was on that flight. Okay. Then I told him, I'm actually from Ghana. This is the situation that I found myself in. He said, don't worry. He took his phone, bought the ticket for me. Choco, do you know the surprising thing? This is the same professor who happens to teach in Osofo's wife school. In fact, Osofo Isaiah knows him. Osofo's wife, Dr. Pearl, is from Southern Illinois University, and she is also a communication scholar. Not knowing, she also knows this professor.
What a small world. What a small world.
Small world.
Osofo Adetunde and your scholarly wife, Mama Pearl. I like to call you singing Mama Pearl. God bless you. All right. So Zambian family professor helped you, got your ticket for you, and you found your way to school, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you had some challenges there. You were not getting a job here and there. And then you ended up connecting to Chief Adetunde, whose testimony also helped you to spread yourself wide to start applying to USA. Do you want to talk about that as well?
Yes, yes. So as part of my scholarship, as I mentioned, the scholarship usually is a 9-month contract. So over here, I teach journalism, and then they pay me at the end of the month. We call it stipend. My school fees is taking care of all those things. I've been taking. Also, welcome.
Welcome, Chief Adetunde. This is the man we've been talking about. If you hear Osofo, he's the one there, a pastor and a scholar as well.
Yes.
He's a hustler. Hustler extraordinaire from Choco. Yeah, also from Choco. Yeah, and he's a gentleman who went to study in China and was trying to come to Canada and was getting visa refusals, even though he had a scholarship to come and study in Canada for a master's. Right, such a bright guy. And also for Charlie, we'll bring you. Just stay in there. So go ahead. Maybe we should talk about how the connection happened and how Osofo has also played a key role in helping you to move to the next level now. All right? Yeah.
Yes.
You want to talk about that, Senor?
Yes.
Osofo, welcome. Say hello to everybody, Osofo.
Hey, hello everybody.
Yeah.
I did here.
Yeah. Osofo, I know
I enjoyed the conversation, low-key.
Yeah, so congratulations. You graduated recently. Your wife also graduated as well.
Yeah.
Pictures in the background, we can all see that. Your wife home? If she's home, tell her I wanted to just pass through and say hello. If she's not home,
yeah, she's here.
And if she would like to come in and just say hello.
Yeah, she's like, just come and say hello today.
Because you guys, you both, your story also.
Hi.
Hello. Congratulations.
Hi. Thank you. It's good to see you all again.
Yes. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you guys are doing a wonderful job.
Yes, thank you. Before I let you go, I know you are busy in the background there. You graduated recently. What did you graduate with?
Oh, an MA, Applied Communications.
Beautiful.
Masters in Applied Communications. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And your school where you go, no? If you there way the angel where God help this man when he was stranded is from as well.
Okay.
Good.
From
God bless you. Mama
Okay.
Pearl, the story that you and your husband shared also helped this man to clarify his now he's US. God bless you.
Amen. Amen.
All right.
Bless you guys.
You're all right. Bless
Thank you
you.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you too.
I want you to talk about how you ended up connecting with him and then take it over. Yeah.
Yes. So Osofo's story really inspired me, and I was hoping to meet him on campus. But then I thought he had completed, because when I came, I knew Kingsford has left, and then Masood had left. So I thought he has also left the school. I thought like he has completed and then left, because I messaged Kingsford and other people and I was not hearing from them. So when one day I just decided to come online, then I saw you guys having a conversation on Mr. O's channel, and I was like, oh. So I looked very well and I was like, oh, okay, also but the focus was on you, because everywhere I see Choco, I just want to listen to Choco. Everywhere I find Choco, because Choco is going to share some wisdom that you have to like take. So on the video call, then Osofo started talking. So I even started typing, oh, he was my senior in my university. He was my senior in my university. And then Mr. O gave me the opportunity to join. That is how come I found out that he was still in school. And from the day I got to know that he was in school, every day I was in his house. I'll go and eat. I'll go and do everything. We'll go and talk. We'll go, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
He will cook water for me. As for the water, I've not forgotten about it. He will cook water for me.
Also, so he hasn't given you any piece, any rules. They give you Gaba self every day you're there, right?
Close marking.
Close marking.
Because like he has achieved a lot on campus. If you come to EIU, he's one of the people who are carried like shoulder high. He has done a lot of things. Like within the short time that I met him, we were able to enter a lot of offices, just trying to look for opportunities for those coming behind us. And he has laid a solid foundation for the Ghanaian community here. So such a person, I didn't want to leave him. And in terms of academic, he has won a lot of like scholarships, like a lot of recognitions.
Plenty awards.
Plenty. When you go to his house, all his wall, like he's hanging everything over there. In EIU, one of the highest scholarships is called the Hammer Scholar. Like when you get inducted into that alumni group or whatever, like you are highly revered, like you are highly respected. And he got recognition, like his work, his thesis and his project work and all those things got him that recognition. So such a person, you need to move with him and learn more from him. A man who has been able to like get Ghanaian Student Association registered on campus, been able to take it to the highest decision-making body of the school for it to be approved. Such a person, he has a lot of wisdom that you need to learn from. So from the very day that we met on Mr. O's channel, I have always been in his space, close marking. In fact, I didn't want him to leave. When he was packing his things to go and join his wife, I didn't want him to leave. I was with him. I was praying that it should rain. I was praying that his boss should not release him. I was with him.
Because the way Jacob and the angel did,
Also, is blessed. Now, one thing he did for me before he left. So when you come here, you have a 9-month contract with the school. That is your scholarship contract. It's a 9 months and then they pay you. But when the second semester ends, then it means you have to find a job to do. You have to find a summer job to do. And I have always said, and because I'm a believer, I believe that you must always commit your ways into the hands of God so that God will be your provider. Because when you go ahead of God, you make a lot of mistakes. So we were praying, we were looking for opportunities here and there. Oh, summer, what can I do for this summer? Then he said, I'll take you to go and see my mother. He has a mother on campus. Yes, he has a mother on
But
campus.
his mother for day Ghana or that would be.
He has a special mother on campus.
Special mother on campus. Okay.
Special mother on campus. And you see, I told Osofo something. Life is lived forward, but understood backwards.
Backwards.
Life is lived forward, but understood backward. Because there are certain things that will happen to you today. It will not make sense. But later on, you begin to understand why it happened to you. I got a job, and the job was going to allow me to work only 4 hours a day. Only 4 hours a day. And I went for interview and everything, but later on they said they were looking for someone with a biological science background. So I did not get a job. I was hurt. I told him everything and he said, don't worry. He's a very prayerful person, very spiritual person. Every time you talk, he will quote the Bible to you. So we were talking and he said, I'll take you to go and see my mother. Also, we went to see the woman. Within 30 minutes, everything is done. Like, I've gotten the job. I did not interview for it. I did not do anything. Everything has been approved within that day. Everything. And do you know the interesting thing? This job, I work on limited hours. So I was hurt that they did not give me the 4 hours job. But on this job, I was given unlimited hours. So I have to go to work by 7 and then close at 3. So I'm working full time.
Wow. Perfect summer job.
Yes. So sometimes certain things will happen to you and you will not understand. But later on, you begin to understand that, okay, this is the reason why God made it so. This is why that thing happened to me. This is why this thing didn't go through. I applied. He told me to apply for the Canada visa. Within 3 weeks, it was just approved. 3 weeks, I did the biometric, everything, it was approved. So you need right people in your space. When I came, he told me, look, let's start looking for scholarship for Ghanaian students who are here to come. Let's start laying foundation. Yes. So I have done a lot of work with this man. This man, like, he's a generational thinker. He's always having the interest of other people at heart. When he came, he started pulling me. Let's go to this office. Let's go to this office. Let's go to this office. Every office that we have to go and look for opportunities for the new students who are coming, we have been able to do that. Tomorrow, I have a small group on WhatsApp that I mentor them. I coach them through the visa process application. I was able to help them with the application. The majority of them have gotten admission. Some of them have gotten scholarship. Now we are left with a visa. So Osofo and other people, I bring them on board to come and speak to them. Tomorrow, he's going to speak to them on how to go about the process. All this inspiration, it came from people like you because you gave it to us for free. So we are also mandated to help others.
Amen.
And Osofo is ever ready. Every time that you call him, he's ready to help you. Osofo, I need help on this one. I need help on that thing. So God bless him so much. I keep saying that the people who brought me to America, I don't know them. The people who brought me to America, I don't know them because Big God Remati, I have never met him in person before. Jay Kwashi, I have never met him in person before. You, I have never met you in person before. Osofo, I have never met him before. But through your videos and your messages, I have been able to go through the process and then make it to this point. So it's all about aligning with the right people, getting the right information. Osofo has something that he told me recently. He said, it's all about Matthew 7:7. Ask,
yes.
knock, seek. When you follow this principle, you'll be able to succeed. Choco, study abroad is real. Initially, I did not believe it, but it is real. Somebody from a poor home can also win, can also go through the process, get admission, and come to school. All you need is the right mentorship. That is why my content, I title it Get It Right. Because when you get the right information with the right mindset, you'll be able to do it right. So these are some of the things that we are trying to advocate. Nobody is saying that leave Ghana and go abroad and don't go back again. We all have plans of going back to develop our continent, make it better. But for now, the situations back home is not favorable. Osofo said something in one of our interviews. He said, let your own current situation, your challenges, your difficulties motivate you to flee. Let the pains that you're, because Osofo, a journalist working from 6 a.m., sometimes I close 8 p.m. My salary was just 2,000 Ghana cedis. I go to parliament, I do this, I do that, 2,000 Ghana cedis. But today,
that's roughly about $200.
Yes, but today here in US, I can say that my stipend is times 5 times 6 of that money.
As a student,
I just go to work 3 hours a day. I go to the studio 3 hours to help the students to organize themselves so that we are ready for the news. 3 hours a day. And my stipend is times 5 of the money I was taking in Ghana. So if somebody tells you that study abroad is not good, if somebody tells you that going to Canada or going to US is not good, then the person doesn't have your heart, doesn't have your interest. Today, 3 days today, or no, last week, I was with Osofo. My mother called, and my mother told us something. I put the phone on last week, and Osofo heard it. He said that, hey, you people don't come, oh. Don't come at all. You people should make word and stay there. Because the way Ghana had, if you don't know and you make mistake and you come to Ghana, you will regret it. That's the reality. I never imagined somebody like me, a poor person like me, my whole family, nobody has traveled before. Even the airport self, I'm not sure they have been there before. Nobody. My church, my whole church, nobody has traveled from my church before.
So you are the first person from Divine Healers?
Not Divine. My parents still go to Divine Healers, but I left Divine Healers to the Lost Pentecostal. Nobody from
you know Divine Healers, that is Bra Lawson Church.
Yes.
I know. Chocolate guy. See.
My mother is an elder there. My father is a retired pastor. My family, my brother-in-law is currently a pastor there. My sisters, my brothers, everybody. I am the only person from my family who has left Divine Healers. All my family members, they are soaked in Divine Healers. So in terms of prayer and fasting and all those things, we are so much committed. We have always trusted that God is our provider and God is the one who will be able to do it for us. And fortunately for me, I came in contact with Osofo, and Osofo has been very instrumental. Look, when I came to US initially, I told him I used to cry because I didn't know anybody. Me, I don't have any family in US. I am the first generation. I don't have anybody in US. But when I met Osofo, he will always call you, he will always teach you, he will always make you happy. He will always take you to places. So if you don't want to connect with the right people, you will continue to stay in your ABCD and you will not be able to make any progress for yourself.
Amen.
Education abroad is the best that anybody can experience. It's the best that anybody. And every day I am thankful to you, Choco. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making those videos. Thank you so much for sharing those information. Because I never dreamt of coming to America. I never thought that a day will come, I'll just carry my bag and come to America, sleep free. Our school, we have something that we call food pantry. You can go there and pick any food that you want and come and eat. What again can I ask for? Choco, thank you so much. Thank you. My family is grateful. Everybody in my family, my church, today I am able to give my parents, you to take this thing. At first, when my younger sisters will go to school, we have to do family contribution. You to bring this one, you to bring this one, you to bring this one. Before, but now our last born is in the university. I am able to pay her fees, 3,000, and I pay the school fees. What else can I ask for? God has been good to me.
Amen.
I keep telling myself that today, if I should go back to Ghana, if I should leave US and go back to Ghana, I have made history.
Amen.
Because I'm the first to travel from my village. I'm the first to travel from my family. I'm the first to travel from my church. I have made history. So if you are not comfortable with your current situation, you are working, but all that you do is from hand to mouth, and you have good grade, SS. When I met Osofo, we've been able to fight for undergraduate students to be given some partial scholarship. The things that Osofo has done at EIU, people don't know. And I keep telling all those who are coming like behind that they will now come and enjoy EIU. EIU, we do not have Empower loans. Our school is not on Empower list. But this is one thing that Osofo and I, we have been forcing, we have been advocating for. And I can tell you that we have made progress with that.
Africa is bright because of advocates like you. And I know in the near future, at the right time when your capacity is fully built, you will definitely make an impact in Ghana, beyond as well on the continent in due time. Osofo, God bless you.
Yes, sir.
God bless you. Chief Adetunde. God bless you. If you don't know him, you haven't seen the old videos on my channel. Some of you have been skipping those old videos. I already talk. Oh. This one like this, look, I'm almost 2 hours. It's long. People don't go watch him, but no wahala.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it is meant for you, go watch him. You see,
Yes.
Yeah. He's been binging my videos. I'm yet to even meet both of them. I'm yet to meet them. But through the power of technology today, we've connected in many, many ways. We've become like a family. You understand? Osofo, what has it been like knowing this gentleman from the day that we did a live video, and then he hopped in, and then he shared how he's been blessed by your testimony, your own testimony as well. How has it been like knowing him and meeting him in person?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. I think from the first day I met him, I think we met online. I was in Ohio for
a conference.
Yeah.
You were in your hotel. You were in your double bed hotel. A conference.
I enjoyed the hotel. Basa.
Yes.
So I think when I came down, I got his number from Mr. O.
Mr. O. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, you've been here, and I don't even know that you've been here for a year. Charlie, what's up? So this guy is so passionate about whatever he does, with regards to his education, the passion for journalism, media, and everything. He is one amazing somebody that I've come to love and understand. Always trying to make sure that like things are easy for the people that are coming. Like he mentioned, one of the things that I was working on was to have Empower loans for Ghanaian students, especially because the school has not been able to get, on their list. But before I left, we've made progress. I must say we are about 90% done. It left with some few ends to tie, and then I believe we should be able to have EIU on the list. Like he said, I've been able to get the Ghanaian Students Association approved on campus to be recognized. I took it upon myself that no, I believe in the multitude of people. If we come together as a family and we fight, there's always a result than each and every person trying to go and fight. They will not listen to you. But if we go as a union, if we go as an association and we fight for something, we would get it. And by the grace of God, I solely drafted the constitution myself alone, even though I was very busy on campus with my academic life, my family life, my job on campus and everything. But I was able to do that and then get it approved and done. And so, looking at his passion for leadership and to be able to help people, I was able to, convince the team to make him the president, to be able to drive the vision that I left behind, because he has, even though I've not known him for a very long time, the short period that I've lived with him, I believe that I've been able to share my vision with him, that he'll be able to, carry on and then implement the policies or the things that will help the next Ghanaian in Eastern Illinois University succeed. And so, meeting him has been one great. Like he said, he will always call me. I'll call him anytime. I said, you just come home, let's talk. Come home, let's talk. Okay, this one you do this way. This one no. This one you do it like that. This one no. This one okay. Let's go to this office. I know this person here. Like he said, today if you go to EIU and you mention my name, there's no office that does not know me, including the president of the EIU committee, including the president of the school. Everybody knows me because of how I am open, how I advocate for people, how I always want to help people, And so, he's been one amazing gentleman, and I know definitely he will succeed in everything that he does, by the help of God and with the kind of wisdom that I've shared with him and everything. Yeah, so that is it, sir.
God bless you. God bless you so much, Osofo, for sharing your own story and how your relationship with this gentleman has also been the last few days. Sir Kas, God bless you so much. Osofo, I know you're a very busy person, but it's also possible that we can connect with you online. If people want to find you on YouTube, on social media, TikTok, Instagram, what would it be?
Okay, so for me, I'm not on TikTok. I don't like TikTok. So I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Snapchat. But for Facebook, my name is Isaiah Adeguke. Instagram, Isaiah Adeguke. But on YouTube, it's Numa channel.
Can you spell the Numa channel so people can look?
Yeah, okay. So the Numa is Pneuma. Numa is a Greek word for spirit. It's a Greek word for spirit. Yeah, so
channel on YouTube and Facebook, Isaiah Adegoke.
Yeah, Isaiah Adegoke. Yeah.
Beautiful. And you are half Nigerian, half Ghanaian.
Yeah. Half Nigerian, half Ghanaian.
Please, you they wear glasses like you, then born you for that. So tell everybody say you be choco guy. Tell everybody say the glasses, you just be me choco guy.
Me, I come from Kolegono. Satawale is my classmate.
Satawale was your classmate.
Yeah.
And he's not kidding. He's actually saying the truth. He was in the same class.
Shalom. You know Shalom?
Yeah, Shalom.
Yeah. That's where I had my primary education.
Yes.
Yeah, with Satawale. So, yeah. I'm a pure choco Kolegono boy.
If the glasses were they wear, they don't know if you're choco guy. Yeah. Sir Kas,
so like you said,
go ahead.
So like you said, by the grace of God, I've been able to win several academic awards. Research awards, distinguished graduate students. Like you said, I was inducted into the Hamad Society of Graduate Scholars.
Mm-hmm.
A spot reserved for only 5 students out of over 2,000 graduate students.
Yeah.
Only 5 of us were inducted, and also an outstanding associate resident director. And with all this, I give glory to God for His favor, His mercies, His grace, and everything. I keep saying it is not by my might, but it's just by the Spirit of God.
Amen.
And so wherever that He will lead us, we will go. Yeah.
Amen.
So yeah.
Amen. Sir Kas, your final words, and then blast your social media channels one more time. Your final words.
Thank you so much, Choco. Appreciation goes to you. You made it possible. I never knew it was possible. You set the pace. We decided to be good apostles. We followed. We did everything that you said. Even though some of the videos came very long, but I took time to watch it because every part of the video, every minute of that video has something interesting to say. So thank you so much for availing yourself and for using your platform to share some of this information with us. We never knew it was possible. God bless you so much for making it available, and I'm so much grateful. Whatever that God has said he will do, he will surely do it. And thank you so much. One thing I learned about you, you were very spiritual. You were very serious. I remember one of those things that you used to say, Oda and Shala. You remember I used to say.
That's true.
Sometimes,
Especially when I'm in the spirit and I'm doing my things.
yes. Sometimes you give it to us so hard. You will not listen. You will go, you will come back again and watch. You will go, you will come back again. And it is true. So thank you so much for putting that fire in us. I thank my family. I thank everybody who made it possible. One person that I'm always grateful is the Honorable Member of Parliament for former MP for Swami, Honorable Sechemin Sabosu. He has really been a great help to me because my salary couldn't support me moving from my village to Accra every day. It couldn't support me, but that man was always there for me. Anytime I called on him, he was ready to support me. And one key thing I want to say, which I want people to pay attention to, is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because if I had just focused on Canada, I was not going to get the bank statement. And it was later that the Acadia University funding came or admission came. And by then I was in the US. So supposing I did not make plans, I did not spread myself wide, as Choco said, I would have found myself wanting. The other thing that I did, which I also don't regret, is when I finished my master's, when I finished my first degree, I immediately applied for a master's program because I didn't want to waste time. I was like, what if I don't get admission to study abroad? That means I would have wasted that 1 year. So immediately I started my master's, and I was about to graduate when I left. I was supposed to graduate in November 2024, but I left Ghana in August, and I still don't regret leaving that master's behind because I found a better opportunity. Make sure that you spread yourself wide and make sure that you seek guidance. Talk to people who have been through the process, people who know the journey. When the US admission came, I realized that in terms of US school, one person who knew the process much was Fred Effect. So quickly, I reached out to Fred and I started asking him questions. And Fred also really supported. Fred will not talk to you, but he will just put you in the midst of people who have been through the process so that you learn from them. Because when my admission came and I did not get funding, I was discouraged. But when I told Fred, he didn't say anything. He just put me in his group so that I will know that I'm not alone. Other people have also gotten admission, but they don't have funding. And this is how they did it. And I was able to apply Choco's principle, reach out to people, talk to the department, talk to the professors, and those things really helped. The final thing will be study abroad is not a spring. It's not something that you can just start one day or you just wake up one day and say, I want to study abroad. No, it's a process. It needs time. You need to start on time so that you can have everything. I know people who applied to schools and the professors refused to give them recommendation letters and the deadline passed and the admission was not processed. Make sure that you have everything that you need, your CV, your SOP, your reference list, and then your everything, your transcript. Have everything beside you before you start. If you are planning to come here, if you are planning to come and study abroad in January, this is the time for you to start reaching out to school and start looking whether you are eligible for the program, whether the school has funding. These are things that you have to start considering. If you are planning to come next year, start writing your SOP, give it to people to review it for you. Look out for opportunities, reach out to coordinators, tell them your story, who you are, what you have, what you can do. Do I qualify for this program? Do I stand a chance of getting admission? Start reaching out, start talking to people so that by the time the admission portal will be open, you will stand a chance of getting admission. Don't wait for last minute. You will find yourself wanting. Coming to US, getting a date is very tough. So when you start on time, you can get admission on time and then start processing your visa. But if you wait or you go to sleep and you come out all of a sudden that you are looking for opportunity, you will not get it. US schools, they always do their funding decisions in February. So if you don't apply before February, it means that you are not looking for funding. It means that you will not get funding. So make sure that you do that. In my case, it was grace, because the guy that canceled his scholarship, later on, when I got on campus, he claimed that he wanted the funding and it was too late for him. So in my case, it was grace that spoke for me. Don't say that Sir Kas got funding in June, so me too, I can get it in June. No, we are two different people, two different individuals. Start on time so that you can get everything on time. If you do it that way, it will help you. Seek guidance. I am available. All my friends, all those who follow me on social media, they will tell you, if you send me DM, I respond. If you send me text, I respond. Whatever, I give out my number to people every time. My WhatsApp number, WhatsApp me, ask me any questions. I'll be ready to help you. People like Choco helped me without taking any money. So I don't see why I have to take money from you before I'll help you. Go through the process and seek advice, and I'm sure that will be able to help you. Choco, thank you so much for helping me. I am so much grateful to you. And as I said, I have gotten the Canadian visa. So we are waiting for the environment to tone down, things to be settled, and I will come with Osofo.
Osofo has a car, so he will drive you. You guys will do a road trip to Ontario, and I'll meet you across the border, and we'll meet you. Okay? Yeah, and I know if I come to Illinois as well, I will not be stranded. Right? Yeah. Guys, anytime you watch my video and you see my camera refusing to fall into orientation, and it is telling you that the video is telling you, the camera is telling me it's time you should end the video. Yeah, that's fine. Bless up to both of you for sharing your story. Adetunde, we probably need to do a video discussing green card options for international students who are graduating and stuff like that. How can they go about their green card? So I'll make time with you so we can do that video. If you watch this video and you enjoyed it, please follow Sir Kas on YouTube, follow him on TikTok, Instagram, follow him on Facebook as well, and follow the Numa channel, which is the channel of Pastor Isaiah Adekoke, aka Tunde Toronto, aka Tunde Toronto, the guy who wanted to come to Canada.
That is the name.
Refused him and refused him. And Joe Biden said, okay, before I go, please come. Before I retire, please come. All right. If you're watching this, there are so many countries in the world. You heard it all from them. That's what I say. When you watch my videos, they're addictive, but try and spread yourself wide. Spread yourself wide. Especially those of you who started watching me from 2021, 2022, when my energy level was so high and I used to fire back-to-back videos. You know, spread yourself wide. Don't just put all your eggs in the Canadian basket. Right now, the Canadian basket, if you put all your eggs inside, Charlie, the refusal rate is pretty high. You understand? I'm not saying don't apply to Canada, but spread yourself. Apply to Europe. Apply to Germany. Apply to UK. Apply to Ireland. Apply to Luxembourg. Apply to Latvia. Apply to Czech Republic. Try them out. Right? You may be there, and then who knows? From there, you can come. Remember our sister from Nigeria who went to study in Turkey, from Turkey to where? To UK. From UK, Canada. So everybody's story is different. I came straight to Canada, but yours might not be like that, right? But eventually, that Canada visa, you get them. You understand what I mean? Just like Senor Canada or Senor Illinois. Right now, he has his Canada visa, right? They both didn't get through their Canada stuff when they were in Ghana or Ghana, but eventually they have it now, right? It becomes an afterthought. You'll get it later on. You see, the US way, some of you to US, they refuse to visas. They get. It be UK or Germany or Luxembourg, we will give you visa. Or Czech Republic, or Austria, we will give you visa. Or Turkey, or Italy. You see, or maybe China or South Korea or even Japan. But you get that Japan or you get that Latvia visa, it be there where you go use them now, take enter. Then you go where you did Czech Republic, you might find out that it's probably easier getting maybe a visa to other countries, like including maybe US. We did Canada, we did apply for US visa, we know they worry you. Because we know say you go, I be done deal. You understand what I mean? The chance gets right? So do them like that. Bless up to all of you for coming. God bless you. I'll see all of you on the other side. All right. Blessings. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jacob.
And oh, before I go, if you want to also share your story on my channel, send me an email, chocomillionaire@gmail.com. Especially those of you who have been blessed by my videos, chocomillionaire@gmail.com. I'm going to repeat it again, chocomillionaire@gmail.com. Send me an email. Briefly tell me what you like to share on my platform, and I'll reach out to you, and I'll make that possible. If we are blessed by his story, it's because he shared it, and he will open doors for many people who also watch it. I'll look forward to having you on my channel to share your own story as well. Look, if you've benefited from my video and you don't even share it, no problem. Just give all the thanks to God. But if you feel like you really want to share it, you are welcome to do that on my platform. Send me an email. All right. And if you also like to sponsor what we do here so we can create more inspiring stories as a business, please reach out to me, and then we can probably put your name on the screen and stuff like that, or display some of your stuff here. All right. God bless you and thanks for watching. See you on the other side. Bye-bye.